Welcome to the second community meeting for the Elm Street Reconstruction project. This project is part of ongoing improvements which the city makes to streets, sidewalks, and utilities as part of our rolling 5-year capital improvement plan. This project is funded through the state Chapter 90 program and will be part of a larger construction contract that includes several other streets in Cambridge. This is a two-part meeting. This short presentation you're about to view provides an update to the draft design since the last community meeting. This update was developed through feedback provided by the community at the first two meetings, as well as required local and federal regulations. The second part of this meeting will be a live Zoom question and answer session on December 16, 2020 at 6 p.m. At that meeting, city staff will be available to answer any questions you may have about the project. If you are unable to attend this session, please email all questions to Melissa Miguel at mmiguel@cambridgema.gov. This project includes improvements to existing roadway, sidewalks, curb ramps, crosswalks, pavement markings, and drainage. The project objectives are to meet accessibility requirements, improve safety for all users, and enhance the appearance of the neighborhood. The City Council adopted a Complete Streets policy in 2016. The goal of that policy is to design streets to enable safe access for all users regardless of age and ability. Vision Zero is another important policy you may hear about. The City Council adopted a Vision Zero policy in 2016. Vision Zero calls for the elimination of fatalities and serious injuries resulting from traffic crashes, and the city is very committed to this goal. In addition to Complete Streets and Vision Zero, the city has several other policies and plans that form the basis of our approach to street reconstruction. The Cambridge Growth Policy and Vehicle Trip Reduction Ordinance place an emphasis on sustainable modes of transportation to promote livability, improve air quality, and reduce gas emissions. The city's pedestrian plan, bicycle plan, and transit plan emphasizes improving comfort, safety, and operation for sustainable modes of transportation. Their goal is to provide a transportation system that is sustainable and efficient and moves people safely. The Cambridge Climate Plan and recently completed Urban Forest Master Plan document our commitment to maintaining a healthy environment in the face of changing climates. These plans include specific steps we can take to slow down climate change by lowering greenhouse gas emissions and help us reduce impacts of climate change. For example, providing increased tree canopy to reduce impacts of increasing heat waves. All of these policies and plans provide a basis of our design process in a general sense. We then work with residents on a detailed design option for specific projects, as each project is very different in terms of their opportunities and constraints. We take all of this information in addition to input from the community and develop a scope of work for improvements. So how do all of these plans and policies translate to a specific street and sidewalk design? Let's go through some of them, starting with accessibility. Why is accessibility important? First, it's the law. Both federal and state regulations cover the construction of sidewalks and require newly constructed sidewalks to be accessible. And two, more importantly, it's the right thing to do. We want our sidewalks to be as inviting and usable as they can be for people of all ages and abilities, people using wheelchairs, walkers, or pushing strollers. What is required to make a sidewalk accessible? We typically think about the condition of the sidewalk. Is it smooth, or are there trip hazards or other impediments to people using mobility devices such as a wheelchair or walker? We also think about the cross slope of the sidewalk. How steep it is? How steep is the sidewalk as it goes across the driveway? As we are reconstructing sidewalks, we need to identify and address these deficiencies. At existing pinch points, the city is required to provide 36-inch clearance to meet accessibility requirements. Where this is not possible, the city must provide a 48-inch accessible path around the existing pinch point. This slide includes some of the basic design tools we use to achieve accessibility. Another pedestrian safety improvement is the implementation of curb extensions. Curb extensions reduce cross distance, improves accessibility, prevents vehicles from parking too close to the intersection, and improves visibility of both pedestrians and drivers. Raised intersections reduce vehicle speed, improve accessibility, and improve visibility. Green infrastructure, or GI, is part of our efforts to improve the quality of stormwater before it's discharged from the local drain pipes to the Charles River or Alewife Brook. GI refers to a variety of techniques which use natural processes such as specially selected plants and soils to promote infiltration of stormwater into the ground, or to remove pollutants such as phosphorus from stormwater. The city has successfully implemented GI on a variety of roadway projects, ranging from major corridors like Western Avenue to residential side streets in West Cambridge. We are committed to incorporating these types of environmental improvements into smaller projects as conditions and space allow. The first community meeting was held on October 15, 2019. Residents provided the feedback to city staff as listed on this slide. How did we develop the plans we are presenting today? Let's take a look at the design process. First, community input. This was obtained from the first community meeting. Next, city, state, and federal policies. And lastly, discussions with the fire department. On July 29, 2019, the city collected speed data for Elm Street. The next 3 slides present a color rendering of the proposed draft design for Elm Street. Construction impacts are understandably what residents and businesses are usually most concerned about. Construction is disruptive, loud, sometimes messy, and frustrating. The city is committed to working with residents and businesses throughout the construction project. Each project is assigned a project manager and a community relations manager. That team works with the contractor and with residents to ensure that there is clear communication about what is going to happen, when it will happen, and what it will mean for neighbors. Whether it's an annoyance of the temporary loss of a parking space or something more disruptive like a temporary water shutdown. Projects in the city have a standard work hour of Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. We expect our contractors to implement and maintain safe and effective traffic management plans to assist pedestrians, cyclists, and vehicles traveling through the project area. Thank you for watching this presentation. We hope you will join us at the virtual community meeting on December 10th at 6 p.m. It can be joined by using the instructions shown here on the screen. At that time, we will play this video beginning at 6 o'clock and we'll start the live question and answer session at around 6:30. We look forward to seeing and hearing from you soon.